Hey.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, we turned the
Hey.
lights on.
Hey.
Welcome to
Come
Monday.
on.
Welcome to Monday.
Let's go.
Hey. It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live.
Okay.
Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. Come on in,
Come on.
everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in,
Hey.
everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Why? Because it's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. Sir, what up, what up, what up? And welcome to another episode of the iBall Live call-in show right here on iBallRadio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page, and we are also streaming live on Instagram and Facebook. Whatever Instagram wants to work.
It worked.
It's working. Well, what up, people?
What up?
He
What
with
up,
a
world?
coach here with my guy, producer extraordinaire on the ones and twos, Breezy in the building. What up, Breezy?
What's going on?
Yes, sir, man. Another day, another dollar inside the iBall Radio studios here live in Montgomery, Alabama.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, great week of high school basketball.
Always.
It's area time.
It's that time.
Hey, listen, it is. Pressure is turning up.
Yeah, let's go.
We
time.
are 2 weeks away from area play starting to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, let's go time.
There's been a lot of talk all season. There's been a lot of rankings going out all season. There's been a lot of this, that, and the third all season long. What you talking about now?
Hey,
It's area play.
time to show.
I know some teams that were supposed to be really good, they 0-3 in the area.
Come on, man.
You last in the area.
No.
You supposed to be good. Hey, listen, man, it's going down right now. So, I will tell you, the most interesting classification, in my opinion, is Class 6A right now. Class 6A right now is wide open. And I'm going to tell you why, man. And I was going to wait a little while, but I'm going to dive right into it. Y'all come on in, man. Like I said, iBall Radio live call-in show right here on iBallRadio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page, and, of course, streaming on Instagram and Facebook. But, okay, listen, my boy Blue. I like Blue, man. Blue, listen, for James Clemens, the big kid, Blue, number 15, play for James Clemens. I like him. He in the chat. What up, chat?
What up,
I ain't
chat?
spoke to them yet. What up, chat? Y'all know it's going down tonight. But I do want to tell y'all something. Class 6A. And hey, listen, Blue, I'm going to get to James Clemens because I talked about y'all. I think I talked about him last show when I mentioned Noah Gorman, right? Yeah, so in London Townsend. And Blue is a third piece of that. James Clemens is going to be a team to reckon with in that area against Bob Jones. Because Bob Jones, just, if I'm mistaken, I think, didn't we just get a text say Bob Jones took a loss to Sparkman by like 13?
Yeah, see something like that.
Didn't we just, I think that was in the group checks that came by. So I'm just saying, like, it's so open, wide open. Oh, Jamal Culver in the building, 2027 kid down there at Carroll High School. I like him too. He's, that 2027 class is a class that we really starting to talk about a little bit more. We ain't dove all the way into them yet. They still 10th graders, but they're really about, since we get into the end of that season, man, we're about to really start bigging up that class of 2027. And he's one of those guys that's gonna get a major look from us in that class. They next up, right? And he's going to be one of them. He's one of the, I'm telling you, like, if I was to put out a lottery, okay, just off what I know, because, I know a good bit about 2027, but I need to know more, right? But if I was, just to say right off, if I was to put out a ranking, Jamal Culver would be in the lottery. He would be somewhere in that 14.
All right.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at that.
I really do think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do think so. So, but yeah, back to what I was saying. Class 6A is probably the most interesting classification right now, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because there's no clear-cut favorite in that class, right? Like, if you go through all classification, you start at 7A, clear-cut favorite is Hoover. Why? 2-time back-to-back defending state champs. And they got everybody back, and they're undefeated this year. Top 25 team ranked in the nation, according to ESPN, right? So we understand that's a clear-cut favorite. And you go to 5A. You can't say it's a clear-cut favorite, but all season long, even in the preseason, they've shown to be literally the favorite to win it, and that's Ramsey, right? Ramsey is the favorite to win 5A. They've been number one in just about everybody's poll all season long, rightfully so, right? In 4A, same thing with Fairfield, right? Fairfield, we know, moved down from 5A to 4A, and they're looking like that well-oiled machine with everybody they got back from their state championship team, except for one or two pieces. However, the core of that team is back, right? With DeMarcus Williams, with Jeff Duncan, and MJ Jones. So, 3A, it's a toss-up, right?
Right.
That's another classification that's open, but it has clear-cut favorites at the top. I love Montgomery Academy. I love Midfield. Right. So those two teams, in my opinion, look to be the cream of the crop in Class 3A. So in those classifications, 6A is the most wide open, where it is no clear-cut favorites. There's nobody that you say, those are the two teams I like to win the championship, like we can say in 3A, 4A, 5A, and 7A. We just mentioned they have a clear-cut favorite, right? So in 6A, there's no clear-cut favorite, bro. That is literally wide open.
Yeah.
Anybody can win it.
Taking.
It's for the taking, right? Because we just watched Mountain Brook last week pick up 2 huge wins and beating Clay Chalkville, and they beat Huffman in the same week, right? Like, nobody was high on Mountain Brook. Nobody, right? Now, all of a sudden, everybody's high on Mountain Brook because they've gone out and they've shown they beat Clay Chalkville, who was in the preseason number 1 team. I no longer have them up there. They're still in the top 10, but they're not they're not 1. You know what I'm saying? I might put out a ranking this week. I might, right? It's enough rankings out there for y'all to divulge. You don't need to.
They don't need one more.
Come on, man. Like, I just oversaturating the game, right? Y'all, if y'all want to hear my rankings, come listen to them now, right? So, but here's the thing. There is nobody in that class that just jumps off the page with you. Because right now, last week, I was talking about Huffman playing the best basketball in Class 6A. And a lot of publications put them at number 1 last week.
True.
And then all of a sudden they come and they lose to Mountain Brook, right? Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, that's an area game. So now Mountain Brook is up in the area on Huffman in a year that we thought Huffman was going to take that area with Mountain Brook supposedly being down. But now they're playing the best basketball in Class 6A. So it is wide open about who can actually win Class 6A. I think that's the biggest. I really think that is the most interesting classification right now, right? Like right now, if you were to ask me who has the most intrigue and who can win the state championship, for me, it would definitely be Class 6A.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Class 6A, man.
I agree with you.
It's just, like I say, it's every week, it's like it's a new team that emerges.
It's up and down.
Yeah, a new team emerges out of it. Like, Minor's still a good team. We still got Pinson Valley, right? Like, it's a lot. I'm going to tell you like this. Percy Julian, even though they haven't had the best season or they're not the most talented team, that's a team you don't want to play in a one-game scenario. Coach B.J. Johnson has been there, done that. He's won state championships on the 7A level when they were Robert E. Lee, right? When they beat Mountain Brook, Kobe Jones' senior year, right? And that was Bucky's last year at Mountain Brook. He beat Mountain Brook in the state championship game, right? And so he's somebody who knows how to win once he gets to that level, right? Once he gets to that point, he knows how to win championships. And in a one-game scenario, with the style of play that Percy Julian plays, bro, that's a dangerous team to play. Yeah. We've seen them play Central Phoenix City close 2 times. Me and you sat courtside when they came to Montgomery and watched them play almost beat Central Phoenix City. Like, they had Central Phoenix City until that boy Jacoby Hill just said, we're not losing the game, right? So my point is, Percy Julian is a team in Class 6A that nobody's really checking for that can get to a state championship, and with it being wide open, bro, Coach B.J. Johnson go there and win it.
Hey,
he can go there and win it. Like that is a team that is dangerous when it comes to that. So I'm just saying, I think it's a lot of teams, and Homewood is also, I think they 6A. That's also a team that can make some noise. I know they got a new head coach this year, right? But still, that's a team that can make some noise.
Right.
So it's interesting, man.
That's good. Hey, that's good basketball.
It's gonna make for intriguing February. I will say that. Like, it's gonna make for a very intriguing February, with as many teams that have the opportunity or have a chance to win. Right? And listen, I know I said it's clear-cut favorites in those other classifications. Don't get me wrong. Like, Huntsville High can beat Hoover, right? They can beat Hoover. Central Phoenix City can beat Hoover. Right? Dothan can mess around and beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is other teams that are championship caliber basketball teams, right? Like they could actually get there and win it. I'm just saying in those classifications, if you ask me my opinion, I would say those are clear-cut favorites. Like Williamson can win 5A. Gunnersville can win 5A. Those are teams that will compete for those championships, right? Like, and I already mentioned, Jackson can win 4A. They won it last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they can mess around and beat Fairfield. So, because we've seen Fairfield play bad. We saw them, we saw them play real bad, right? Bad. So if they have one of those lackluster games at the wrong time,
it's possible.
They can lose. They can lose. You know what I'm saying? Cold World Watson said, tune into PCA verse Wetumpka. Are they playing right now?
Cold World.
Cold World in the building. Yeah, Cold. Hey, listen.
It's a Cold World.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna pull it up in a minute. I'll get Breezy to pull up PCA versus Wetumpka. We'll watch a little bit of it because it's a kid that he's been telling me about, that Cold World been telling us about. That plays for Wetumpka. That he actually sent me a DM. Let me pull it up. Say his name. Say his name, Breezy. Say his name.
Get a little shine.
Hey, bro, he sent me a very respectful DM, right? Like informational, put all the he hit all the cues to make me read it, right? And he asked me to check him out, Andrew Voiles. And Cold World has said something about Andrew Voiles on the show before. He's called in and actually mentioned his name before.
Okay.
So and then they say we got Ramsey versus Fairfield on tonight. Oh, is that the remake? That's the makeup. But it's not on NFHS. Damn.
That's tough.
Who can get us the game? King J, who can get us the game? Who can get us the game? Cole Harvey, who can get us the game? Y'all find the game for me, man. We'll pull it up. If y'all know somebody got it on live, we'll pull it up if it's on live. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we gonna why is that? Who don't have an NFHS camera? Ramsey got one. Fairfield got one. So why I thought Ramsey had a camera. I know I didn't watch games at Ramsey. I didn't watch games at Fairfield. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, man. So we're gonna jump into some games tonight. They're
playing Moody. Who they playing?
Who is that?
Ramsey.
Nah, Ramsey's supposed to be playing but they say it's not on NFHS. They're supposed to be playing Fairfield. I think that game was supposed to be last week, but it got canceled. It got moved.
Oh, it's tomorrow anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I think that game got moved. That's why it's not on there. It's a Monday. It wasn't scheduled. It's a makeup game because they were supposed to play last week. So if we can find PCA and Wetumpka, I think. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, this Wetumpka.
Yeah. So we'll watch a little bit of that. We got a couple people that tapped in from Wetumpka that, yeah, I knew it. That's the rescheduled game from last week. That Ramsey Fairfield game. But it still should be on NFHS. Listen, I just got done mentioning that 5A and 4A, two top teams, is Ramsey and Fairfield. And now we got those teams playing. I'm pretty sure we'll get the lowdown on that game. I'm sure we'll get some calls. I know it's somebody up in there. Somebody got it on live, man. Somebody got it on live. Hey, man, who out there stealing the live, man? Come on. Holla at us. Holla at us stealing the live, man.
You know how it is.
Yeah. We know how it go.
Plug up to my neighbor.
Hey, plug up to the neighbor, man. Let me get that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, had a cord across the yard.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, man, we're watching a little PCA Prattville Christian versus Wetumpka. Looking for the kid Andrew Voiles, right? I think listen, let's give him some shine, Breeze.
What number?
I think he's number 21.
21.
That's
a good number.
You see, I'm gonna tell you. 22.
Okay.
He's 22. Okay. Yeah, he's 22. So we're looking for 22. Look like they are at PCA, so they're in the goal. That him with the ball right there, Breeze?
Yeah. Okay. That's 22.
Okay. Let's go, Andrew Voiles. Listen, he told me if I watch, I won't be disappointed. So I'm watching. So I don't want to be disappointed. Don't disappoint me. And then Cold World just hit.
Cold World.
Okay, Alabama underscore hoops 12 says 4A, 5A, and 6A, 7A, all top teams in Birmingham. Let's think about that. Yep. Ramsey 5A, Fairfield 4A, 6A is Huffman or Mountain Brook, however you want to slice it right now. You know, Clay Chalkford was there. That was Birmingham. 7A is Hoover. Now, let's rewind back to the summer, Breezy.
Okay.
Since Alabama underscore hoops 12 brought it up.
Yeah.
Let's rewind to the season, to a viral video that we had on social media, right?
Okay.
That video did what, 60, 70,000 views?
Yeah,
Something like that.
It did.
And it was about who had the best basketball. And I said that Birmingham clearly has the best basketball.
Right.
I said Huntsville has the better basketball atmosphere. Now, we can sit here and talk about it now because Alabama underscore hoops 12 mentioned it. Look at the top teams in the state. They all in Birmingham.
Yeah.
The number one teams in the state in just about every classification come out of Birmingham.
True.
We just went to the Huntsville City Classic. I don't give a doggone what's going on. It ain't an atmosphere in Birmingham that can mess with what we just saw in Huntsville.
That was like I was about to say NFL. That's like NBA. Like,
that was
like,
college scene.
Like, that was major.
Like, we actually just dropped the video today. We dropped the video today from the Bob Jones Huntsville High game. We dropped the overtime. We kind of spliced up the overtime of us calling the game. And there's no atmosphere that is marveling that in high school basketball anywhere in the state. Now, I'm telling you, you can pack out a gym. It could be crunk in there. It could be a rivalry game. It can be whatever. But for an atmosphere with over 2,000 people in there to be played, in you're not messing with that Huntsville atmosphere, bro. They
it was lit.
Love basketball up there. Like for real. Tell them, Breezy, we was in there at 9 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. It's 1,000, 1,500 people in the gym at 10:30 on a Thursday.
Yeah, they want to see.
10:30 on a Friday. It's thousands of people in the gym. And when the nightcap came, it's 2,500 people in there.
Rain didn't even stop them.
Thank you. It was pouring down rain, and it didn't stop anybody. Right? So
dedication.
My point is, they love basketball. However, clearly the best basketball is played in Birmingham.
Yeah. The
best talent, and I told you this, man. I said it. It's strength in numbers. It's so many damn people in Birmingham.
Yeah.
The Birmingham area and metro area in Birmingham outside the suburb, man, there's so many doggone people. Like, they got, I think Birmingham's population, if I'm not mistaken, y'all know I used to do the news. I ain't did it in over a year. So my numbers might be off. But Birmingham probably sitting around 900,000 people population in all the surrounding areas. They probably upwards 900,000, almost 1 million people, right? So just that alone, you're going to have a lot of hoopers in there.
Yeah.
That's why we talk about Atlanta so much. It's 10 million people in Atlanta, right? In all those areas. All them doggone people, yes, it's going to be some really good basketball players in that area. I don't think it's 10. It might be 4, something like that.
A lot of action up there.
You know, it's a lot of action up there, right? So, like, Atlanta is like 4 million people. Alabama is like 4 million people, right? So I get that part. But I'll tell you this. In just strength in numbers is the reason Birmingham on a year in, year out basis is going to have the better talent and is going to have the best basketball. Their teams are going to compete for the most championships simply because they have way more people than every other area. Now, the Baldwin County, Mobile area, County area is that him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, we watching. He said he averaged 21.5 points a game.
Yeah, I thought he was finna do something else, but
you thought he was finna boom that?
Well, I'll take.
Okay, is this a boomer? Oh, see, that's too much. Just go lay the ball up.
Uh-oh, it is.
Oh, he missed that? And he got a foul. He probably mad he missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he committed that foul. But we watching you, Andrew, boys. Put up. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, Cold World. You mentioned his name, he better snap. We got him on live. You know it's gonna be Breezy, it's gonna be thousands of people that watch this. You know what I'm saying? So he better show up.
Yeah.
You better show up. What we got in the chat?
We on right now.
Do y'all think it is because football is better in Birmingham than Huntsville? Huntsville don't care about football at all.
At all. Whatsoever.
Huntsville, they got football players that come out of that area, but they don't care about no football. The kid at Hezekiah at May Jemison, I think he signed or committed to Auburn, play football. Like, they got football players, right? But they don't care about no football. Let's just keep it 100. Like that, Huntsville is all basketball. And listen, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Some of the best football players come out of Montgomery. Montgomery produces, if you go look, Montgomery produces the football players. Like we produce a lot of basketball players, but when it comes to that gridiron, they don't play about that in Montgomery.
Yeah.
At all. It is dead serious around here. Like when it comes, and we produce a lot of high major Division I talent to come out of Montgomery. A lot of it. A lot of the talent that comes out of the state of Alabama, if you look around, bro, it is littered with Montgomery kids. So I will say that. But if you ask me who got the best football, I would say Montgomery. Now, again, same thing. So many good teams. It's so many teams that play. But Central Phoenix City and East Alabama, I don't think get enough credit for the talent that they produce. Like, their football and basketball is top notch. Same for Auburn. Auburn's football and basketball is good every year. Right? Like, East Alabama doesn't get enough credit for them being dual sport schools. Like, North Alabama, basketball. Central Alabama basically is football. You know what I'm saying? Did I not?
Missed the call.
No, I got it. I thought I got it turned up.
Yeah, it's on.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? I didn't hear it ring. It just vibrated. Let me make sure I'm connected. It said I was. It said I was connected. We'll double check this. But yeah, it's connected. See if we get it this time.
I wonder who it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
Not hearing it either.
Yeah. Phone lines might be down for a minute. We'll continue to work on it. We'll continue to work on the phone lines. It say we connected. I'm connecting to it. We just cannot hear right now. Why, I have no idea. But we can't hear. But we'll see if that board start working. Let me see if I can call out.
Yeah. The volume.
Yeah, that's the weird part. You know how it goes.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Cause it's connected.
Reboot.
Definitely connected. Disconnect and reconnect. Y'all bear with us real quick, man. We're trying to get the phone lines all hashed out. Once we do that, man, we'll get back to it. All right, they say it's connected. So we disconnected. Any area upsets? We got a question in the chat. Any area upsets? I don't know if it's an area upset out there. May Jemison in, I think that's area 16.
Okay, he got him some look right there.
He dunked.
Yeah, but it was a good layup.
Oh, okay. Let me watch a little bit, man. I can talk and watch. I'm good at that. But I will say this. I was working on the phone line. Area upsets. I think in that area 16, 6A area 16. Ooh, let's see if he got. Let's see we got something.
There it is.
He getting buckets though. Hey,
that's it. 2 points.
Hey, Andrew Voice. And he talking.
2 points.
And he talking. Okay, Andrew Voice, get off.
Yeah.
Get off.
Just like that.
Armand Billingsley at Abbeville, Pierce Boone at Providence Christian are hooping. Extra emphasis on hooping. Okay. Shot by Drake. Appreciate that. We've been watching 2A basketball, right? Now I'm not even gonna sit here and say I've been deep dive into 2A basketball, but I have seen some games. So we're gonna put them on the list, Breezy. We're gonna go back and watch some film tonight. We're gonna go watch Abbeville, and we're gonna watch We watched Providence Christian play. Then we watched Providence Christian play Montgomery Academy, the first game of the season. We did see that, and we saw the Pierce Boone kid. He was the one that, he was getting buckets.
Yeah.
I think, he got good size too. Yeah, so we've seen the Pierce Boone, but Ahmad Billings, we're gonna go check him out at Abbeville. We're gonna pull up some film and watch some film on Abbeville tonight. Once we get to the crib. So yeah, appreciate that. But they say they say emphasis on hooping.
Emphasis.
Okay, so we got an emphasis on hooping. We finna go see a hoop.
Dot.
Go see a hoop then. But yeah, man. Just speaking of, I would say this. In the state that Alabama high school basketball is in right now, I would say this is one of the more competitive seasons that we've had, right? And with Tomka running out on PCA.
I'm about to say, because they laying up the ball like every play.
A layup drill. My goodness, they in warm-ups doing a layup line. PCA, pinch them, bite them, do something. Hey, this ball. I mean, straight layup drill.
Everybody on the team got one.
Everybody. Oh, this going to halftime. And that was before halftime. They pulling there 31-17 with Tumka up on PCA. Andrew Voyers, who we tapped into this game to watch, been getting buckets. Who else, man? If it's a game on tonight, man, let us know what game's on tonight we need to tap into. We'll pull it up right now. If y'all got somebody we need to watch, put the name in the chat. Put the name in the chat. If they playing tonight, we're going to pull them up. We're going to pull them up. Hey, man, but I will say this. It's a big game on Friday, Breezy. Saturday.
Saturday.
Take that back. Saturday. Big game here in Montgomery. Montgomery Academy is playing Carver.
Yeah, I heard.
We got the text today. JV starts at 3. Boys varsity gonna be after that, right? That's gonna be big. Okay, so look, now the phone it wants to work now.
Accept, press 1.
There it
send
is.
A voice.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Lance, Huntsville.
Lance from Huntsville. I got
Lance from Huntsville.
There he is, man. Lance, what's happening, man? What you got for us tonight?
Man, I wish I could be at James Clements tomorrow night for James Clements in Florence. I think that is going to be one heck of a game.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about that real quick. James Clements in Florence, if you remember, I mentioned this on the show last week. James Clements in Florence was probably the best game outside of the Huntsville Bob Jones game of the Huntsville City Classic in the back gym. When I say that game got physical, it got so physical that they didn't even shake hands.
I bet Frankie has been thinking about that game since he walked off the court.
Since he walked off the court, and they almost got to fighting. They didn't even shake hands in the handshake line. The coaches almost got to fight. So, listen, that is going. I agree, Lance. That Florence James Clements game is gonna listen. I even talked to
somebody could go to Tennessee for me, I would be there.
Oh man, listen, I got to get somebody in the gym tomorrow night. Oh, Carver versus Dothan tomorrow night.
Hey, Dothan is playing really good basketball.
Yeah, they are. They are. So got questions like, dang, they flooding right now. See if I can catch some of them. They said, well, go ahead, Lance. I'll catch them after your call. This chat going crazy.
So I went back and watched the Mae Jemison Buckhorn game.
Okay.
And I have to give kudos to the freshman Cortez Hudson for face guarding Fred. And I mean, anytime Fred, normally puts his big body on him and lays up, he blocked his shot a couple times and just took him out of the game. So that was huge from what I saw in that game.
Yeah,
just being able to negate. Normally we talk about Fred being the difference maker, being a point guard, not being sped up, all the things. But Cortez Hudson, the freshman, just locked him up.
And Cortez Hudson is a guy who plays with a lot of energy. He has a high motor as a freshman, and like I say, is one of those top freshmen in the state. In that game, it was another dynamic. If people watched in the second half, Jeremiah Wilson didn't play. Like Jeremiah Wilson didn't play in the second half of that basketball game, and we got the story on why, but I think it's confirmed, but I ain't going to talk about it, right? But he didn't play in the second half of that basketball game. And I think that made a big difference in that game, which allowed Cortez Hudson to be able to take away Fred because he didn't have his sidekick on the floor with him.
Yeah, the energy was different.
Right. You know, he didn't have anybody to bounce off of to relieve some of that pressure. As good as Lee Garcia can shoot the basketball, he's not a Jeremiah Wilson that you can put the ball in his hands and he's going to create and take some of that pressure off Fred. So, yeah, like I say, they caught him on a good night. And it's something in that game, Lance, and I know you noticed it. And I got into a back and forth with somebody about it. And I really believe that Pete Miller did a good job and changed the dynamic of that team when he inserted TJ Pruitt as his point guard. Right? When TJ Pruitt became his
and he's not subbing as much as he was earlier in the season either. If you go back and look, he was doing these massive 5-in, 5-out hockey style, line change subbing, which is, he comes from the Huntsville High School lineage, the Bucky McMillan lineage, so I understand that.
Right.
But he just isn't there yet where he can do that at Jemison, and so by him shortening his rotation, I think that's helped him a lot too.
Right, and that does help, right? Solidifying roles, right? Like solidifying roles, letting guys know this is what you do, this is what you do for us, this is what you're gonna do to help us win, this is how much you're gonna play, this is how much you're gonna play. And if things are different, those playing times might change. However, this is what the rotation is. And with that, that always helps when a coach can say, he really can, hey, listen, I'm putting my stamp on the program.
Right. Well, to talk about another team, I saw the Huntsville Grissom game, and that was very curious because it's been a while now since I've seen Huntsville High School play well. I'm starting to wonder if there's not enough basketballs for that team. You're starting to see some things just body language wise with that team that, Grissom, they were tied at half, and Grissom is not a good basketball team, probably the worst Jack Doss basketball team I've ever seen. And that area is super weak with Sparkman has not won a game in the area. Grissom is not very good. Albertville is second place, which not saying a whole lot, but
they're a tough team. I like Albertville.
Nobody's gonna push Huntsville. But they got to start playing a better basketball to get down the road.
Yeah, and like I say, man, it's gonna come to February in Jacksonville. Like I don't see any hiccups in the road for Huntsville High until then, and they're gonna be judged off that game. Can they get past Hoover?
Right.
That's what it's going to come down to.
And it looks like that will be like Hoover and Albertville first game and Huntsville Vestavia Hills first game is what that's looking like. That's going to pan out to be.
Yeah, Vestavia don't want to see. Yeah, they don't want to see Huntsville. I've seen Vestavia a couple times.
And then in the Wallace Hansfield thing, which is very interesting, is you'll have the Florence, Bob Jones, Austin, and Florence area, which is up for grabs at the moment. That's why that game tomorrow is so interesting. They will face probably Hillcrest. So whoever is second, whether it's James Clements, Bob, whoever,
here's the thing about this.
Their second place will probably play Hillcrest.
Let me pause you there because I had a question in the chat that I was going to go back to, and it asked, it's come from Hudson Hatfield. I think that's a head coach at Columbia. Like it's between Bob Jones. He say who gets out of the Bob Jones, James Clemens, Florence, Austin area. Here's the thing: 2 of those teams aren't getting out of the area, right? Like only 2 of those teams in the 4th team area is gonna move on. So like this game tomorrow night is so big because you want to host the area. You want to be at home, and you want to be able to play the fourth place team in that area, even though the fourth place team in that area is probably going to be a Bob Jones or Austin, or maybe a James Clemens, or maybe a Florence. Like, you really don't know how that area is going to pan out. So 2 of those teams aren't going to make it. So I've been saying since the preseason, I like Florence in that area. If Bryant James is healthy, I like Florence in that area, right? But Austin with Caden Ricks and Harry Malone have really been playing way better than anybody expected them to play this year, right? Like, they've beat some people that they weren't expected to beat. They've played some really good basketball so far this season. So I can't sit here and just say it's James Clemens and Florence to lose, because I like Austin probably second in that area behind Florence. And
any given night, Bob Jones can beat anybody.
That's my point. And I think we talked about this earlier today through text. Bob Jones is one of those teams. They're good enough to beat Huntsville High, but they're also can lose to Sparkman by 13 points. You see what I'm saying?
That's a head scratcher to me.
That's my point. Like, so these teams are they're evenly matched, but however, on any given night, I think that's probably the most competitive area in Class 7A. If you really break down those areas, that's probably the most competitive area in Class 7A, especially coming out of North Alabama.
Yeah, and that one with Central Phoenix and Auburn and those guys down there is pretty interesting too.
It is. It is. Central Phoenix City is just so good. I just don't see Auburn.
Yeah.
I've watched Auburn up close a couple of times this season. I think 4 or 5 times. And I just don't see them being able to compete with Central Phoenix City. I don't, especially after watching them, lose to Montgomery Academy, right? Like, that really put a damper on, my feelings about it. I'm just going to be honest.
Yep, for sure.
But yeah, man. So what else you got for us tonight?
So to switch gears for 1 second. So I've been getting some calls from some young guys. Not only is it area time, but everybody's jockeying for where they're going to be this summer, right? What travel team they're playing on.
Yep.
And been asking my advice. Where should they go? How should they position themselves? And so I want to throw that question to you first, and then I'll tell you kind of how I responded. Because I think a lot of kids are in that mind frame at the moment, and it's the heat of high school season, but they're also jockeying for where to be during the summer.
You better be. Like, I'll be honest,
right.
You better be jockeying for your summertime position right now. Now, I don't divulge a lot of information. Like, we know a lot of information, Breezy. Like if people knew what we went through on a daily basis, like, they would be flabbergasted, to you, lack of a better word, right? They would be very, very intrigued. And bro, when I say people are really jockeying for a position on these travel basketball teams right now, I say this about college basketball and your recruiting. Go where you love, not where you tolerate it. You better go where you can play, because it's all about playing, right, in the summer. It's not about being on a good team. It's about playing. Are you getting the run that you need to improve for next season? So I'm saying go somewhere where you can play. And yeah, that's my answer.
That's a good answer.
So I'll tell you my number one thing is, do not put yourself in a position where you're playing on teams that play for empty gyms. Meaning, do they have enough clout in reputation with coaches and connections at the next level where there's people on the sideline every time you take the court in the summertime?
Yeah, that's tough for him, Lance. Because I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of kids are gonna be playing independent. It ain't too many kids that's gonna be on circuits. And I'm just gonna be honest. It ain't too many tournaments that you're gonna go to on the independent circuit that's gonna have college coaches in the gym. Like, you're going to have to go to tournaments, on the radar talk tournaments, hoop scene tournaments. Who else is a big one? On the radar is big. Hoop scene is big. It's gonna have to be tournaments like that, independent tournaments that bring in those college coaches. And you don't have to get with an organization that's playing in those tournaments. right? Like,
Right.
because here's the thing nowadays, everybody has a circuit. Puma got a circuit, New Balance got a circuit, Adidas, Under Armour, Nike. Everybody has a circuit. So it might sound good to say, oh, I'm playing on the Puma circuit, but it's like you said, you might be playing in front of empty gyms. So is it really beneficial for you to do that?
And then the other thing that I'm telling the young men that are asking this is, yes, you should be jockeying to get yourself in the right place, but also have a plan for your own personal development during that time period too. That you're working on your skills, you're working on your strength, you're working on your agility, you're working on your jumping ability, all those types of things. Like, you better have that type of plan in place as well, because if you don't already have your situation worked out, that tells me that you're not good enough yet. So you need to go get good enough so that you can get on the right team.
Yep.
It is.
Yep. Like, listen, they need to understand the summertime is about development. It's about you getting better for your next season. It's not about how many games you win. It's not about how many offers you pick up. It's about getting better. And a lot of y'all are out there playing 30, 40, 50 games from March till July, and you get no better. But you play 50 games.
And they're making highlight reels from their rec center run.
Don't start.
Don't start.
We ain't doing that today.
Rabbit hole.
We ain't doing that
Well,
today.
rabbit hole. We ain't gonna do that today. Yeah, man. So I get it. You know what I mean? Like, but summertime is about development, man. And I want all the kids to remember that, man. It's about development. It ain't about nothing else. Don't get caught up in the hype about chasing all these schools and then these schools chase you, man. It's about getting better. And as long as you're getting better, you'll get what you're supposed to get out of it.
And just make sure y'all show up to that iBall, the iBall TDB camp. When is it? Summertime?
Yeah, we thinking we might go March.
Okay.
We might do a mini session, cap it at 50 kids. I think we're gonna cap it at 50 kids. We probably gonna go that first full weekend in March. I think it's like the 8th or something. Been looking at it, but we might do the 8th, man. So yeah, we're gonna cap it at 50 though. But yeah, in the summertime, either end of August or 1st of September, we will do the iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp, and we're gonna open that up to everybody. Right? We're gonna take 100 up to 150 kids. In that one, but this first one, I think we're gonna cap it at 50, and it might be invite only, so don't get mad at us, right? We still ironing that out. We'll have that. Breezy let the cat out the bag, but we'll probably be ready to announce that next week about the iBall TDB Elite Skills Camp this March. It's gonna be invite only. We do know that.
That's awesome. So my very last thing, and then I'm out of here. But what a great day to live in the state of Alabama when we have our 2 top universities in the top 5.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Hand clap. Live hand clap, man. Yes, sir. Auburn number 1, and I think Bama's at 5. So that's tough
for the state.
Yeah, that's tough.
Put on for the state. For the state.
Put on for the state. Listen, we will coming up Thursday. I'm saying this. I'm claiming it now. Coming up on Thursday, we will have on the show, Lance, from the number 1 ranked team in the country, Auburn Tigers, we will have starting point guard Denver Jones on the show on Thursday. So Thursday night, right here, we will have Denver Jones on live from the number 1 ranked Auburn Tigers. We'll join the iBall live call-in show on Thursday. So make sure y'all tap in for that, for sure. Well, yeah, Lance.
All right, guys. Keep talking area. It's getting hot out there.
It's getting hot out there, man. There he is, man. Our guy, Lance from Huntsville, dropping knowledge like he always does, man. Whew. That was a lot. That's a lot to unpack right there, man.
It is.
That's a lot to unpack right there. He had a lot going on. We're gonna continue talking area. I'm gonna scroll back through the chat a little bit, man, and go answer some of these chat questions. We got, I think I answered that. Who wins? Bob Jones, James Clemens. I still like Florence in that area, but even though Austin is, like I say, Austin is a team to be reckoned with. I think that's a team to be reckoned with. If I had to say, I think Bob Jones and James Clemens are 2 odd teams out in that area, right? Next question was Carver versus Dothan tomorrow night. Okay, Diggy Bryson, Cam Finn gonna go stupid tomorrow. I like that. That's a good game too. That Florence and Damn, Breezy. I think we need to watch it tomorrow, man. We might have to go live and watch games tomorrow. Cause that Florence and James Clemens game and that Dothan Carver game are gonna be two games that are worth, tapping into.
Right.
Because I think that Carver game, I think is in Dothan, because I think they already came up to Carver. Yeah, we went to that game.
Yeah.
We went to that game. So they've already come up here. So that game will be in Dothan. We probably gonna go live tomorrow night, y'all. Toya tapped it. Oh, they go Toya. Fred had 20. Fred finished with 21 points. That guy, he did. Listen, we didn't say Fred had a bad game or he got locked up, right? Like, it was just tough for him without Jeremiah, and Mae Jemison won that basketball game, right? Ain't nobody seeing Fred. I agree. Fred is a really good player. I had an hour conversation on the phone today, and Fred was a lot of the topic of conversation. That happened today. They say we should watch Jamal Culver. We already mentioned Jamal Culver earlier in the show. 2027 kid that we say is, like I said, if we had to put out a 2027 lottery rankings right now, he would definitely be in there. But just real quick, we're watching this PCA with Tumpkin game. Your boy Andrew Voy has been getting buckets. I've been watching.
Yeah.
He been getting buckets. 3 ball. He get to the rack. Like,
yeah, he been out there.
He been out there hooping. So we gonna listen, we didn't damn near watch the whole game.
Yeah.
We didn't even went to no other teams. I don't even know if nobody else playing tonight. But I'm gonna go back to the chat. Somebody said they think Austin is the best team in that area. I can't argue with that. If somebody says Austin is the best team in that area, I'm not arguing with that. Like, I just like the combination of Jalen Blackwell, Jalen Chandler, and Brian James. I love Caden Ricks, and I love Harry Malone. Harry Malone, to me, this year has stepped up and played exceptional basketball. Right. Harry Malone has earned himself a college scholarship through his play this season. Somebody's going to sign Harry Malone. What level, I don't know, but he will get signed by a college and be playing college basketball next year, right? That's so good. I'm really liking them also, right? Like, they have an opportunity. I just like that combination of that big three, right? And I picked them in the preseason. And y'all know me. I don't really go back on my predictions. I'm not one of those wishy-washy flip-floppers. I'm going to stick to it. And if it's wrong, I'm just going to say I was wrong. I ain't going to switch to nothing else. I'm going to stay with it. I picked Florence to win that area in the preseason. I'm going to stay with them right now. Yeah, and that game is in Dothan. Yep, that game is in Dothan. So, yeah, I ain't driving to it ever. So we probably going to have to we might jump on live tonight. We're going to come back in the studio tomorrow night, man. We'll come holler at y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all good. We can, we'll go live. That's easy.
That's easy work. That's
easy
work.
That's the least.
That's the least we can do, man. We'll keep it going for y'all. But so something else I did want to talk about tonight, man. Y'all keep the questions coming, man. If y'all got anything, we'll tap into it. But other than what we were talking about earlier, it's something that I want to talk to y'all players about, bro. And y'all come on in. Y'all, everybody come back in. Go share the live right now, because I'm finna drop some game on y'all. I need y'all to do 2 things for me, high school hoopers, because as I go around to these gyms and I watch these games on live and I go back and I watch film like on NFHS, like, here's the thing about it, bro. I need y'all to do 2 things for me. And these 2 most important things, I promise you, will change the trajectory of your career starting right now if you dedicate and commit to it. If you dedicate and commit to what I'm about to tell you right now, young hoopers, it will change the trajectory of your career. I promise you that. 2 things. Y'all ready? Remember, I told you get your notepad out last week. Get your notepad out right now.
You did.
Get your notepad out right now and put this in your notepad. It's 2 things that will change the trajectory of your career starting today if you commit to them wholeheartedly. Number 1, fall in love with the weight room. Some of y'all are just too damn little. It's some 2025 guys that are considered college basketball players that, bro, y'all just too little. Like, y'all are skinny. Like, literally, y'all 17, 18 years old, bro, and you too little to be a hooper at that age with that ability and to be that little. Y'all wonder why you're not getting recruited. It's because you're too light in the pants. Y'all need to fall in love with the weight room. Fall in love with getting on the floor and just doing push-ups. Period. Some of y'all would benefit off simply just doing push-ups. I'm gonna give y'all a routine. And if any players in here listening, I want y'all to do this for me. Commit to 500 push-ups a day. If you can't commit to 500, commit to 250, right? And that's not hard to do. That's 25 push-ups 10 times a day, right? That's it. Ain't that 250?
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Do 10 sets of 25 every single day. As soon as you wake up in the bed, drop to the floor, do your 25. After you take a shower or do whatever your morning routine, drop and get 25. When you on your way to go to school, you in between periods, drop and get your 25 real quick. Tell the teacher, hey, teacher, I need to get my 25 in real quick.
Yeah.
But do that 10 times a day. That's it. That will change. And commit to the weight room. Y'all got to get bigger and stronger, bro. If you look at it, the guys who have developed bodies, coaches love. Coaches love guys with developed bodies because it shows a work ethic. Some of y'all so little, coaches are looking at y'all and saying, man, he don't work. He don't work hard. He too little to work hard. He just out here playing basketball. And here's the other thing. Some of you come out that damn gym doing individual training. Leave the gym. Get out of the gym. It is basketball season. I'm so sick of seeing guys doing individual training with trainers during basketball season. Bro, go to the weight room. You playing enough basketball. You're in the gym all the time, practice, games, before practice shots, after practice shots. You're in the gym enough. Stop going in your extra time to go get training with a trainer. Go to the weight room. I promise you it will change the trajectory of your career. Number 2.
All right.
Number 2. I saw the alley. Number 2. Learn how to watch film. Some of y'all think watching film is watching your highlights. Some of y'all think watching film is watching everything you do good and then recognizing what you did bad. Not watching what you did bad, just recognizing what I did bad. But I'm watching my highlights. I'll watch what I did good 15 times. I'll watch what I did bad once. So here's my point. If you don't know how to watch film, call and ask us. We'll tell you how to watch film, how to break down your film, right? I'm going to tell you something else. I love when I get film. I got a game sent to me, a girls' game sent to me last week that I just watched, right? And when y'all send me film, it will behoove you to do this. Coach Barber does a great job of this too. They send it broke down into quarters. So I can watch and it's labeled first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So it comes like that so I can just click on the first quarter and I can watch the first quarter. Then that film ends, I go to the next one, right? So I'm able to break down the film by quarter, right? And here's something that if you do this, learn how to watch film, learn what to watch during film. If you need to get with a coach and let a coach show you how to watch film, because a lot of y'all are saying you're watching film and you're only watching your highlights. You're only watching what you do best. I'm not saying film is to go in there and to watch everything you do bad. Going to film is going in there to study what is going on during the basketball game. What caused you to make that play? What happened? What's the time scoring situation going on that made you make that play? Were you even paying attention to time scoring situation, right? Was it a better play to be made? Was it an offense that you guys run that was ran the wrong way that you could have improvised? It's so many things. Just fall in love with watching film. Not just fall in love. I don't give a damn if you ever watch an NBA game. I don't care I hadn't watched one all season. I'm just going to be honest with you. I hadn't watched the full NBA game all season long because it's the worst brand of basketball you could possibly be paying right now. When you got teams you got teams combining to miss 75 three-pointers. 75, and that's done it on multiple occasions. I'm not watching that ish. I'm sorry. That's bad basketball, right? I would much rather watch girls college basketball than watch NBA. because it's played the right way. Even though they some of the other stuff out there, but I love to watch Notre Dame. I'd rather watch Olivia Miles play before I went to watch anybody in the NBA play. Just being honest, right? Hannah Hidalgo. I'd much rather watch Hannah Hidalgo than watch anybody else. What's the girl at Rutgers, Kamori? Juju. I would love to watch them play more than I would anybody on the NBA level. So I said all that to say, stop watching all that garbage basketball. Watch your film. Really watch film. And here's the other thing. I talk about so many kids on this show, right? And all of y'all are basically compared to each other. When we start dropping our rankings, which are coming very soon, when the rankings start to drop coming very soon, all of y'all are going to be compared to each other. People are going to be hitting me up, oh, this person's better than this person. You should have put this person here. All of those things are going to happen, right? So here's the thing. With all that being said, you need to be watching film of the guys that you're compared to. If it's guys out there who have already signed scholarships or committed to schools to go play, go see what they're doing in their games, study their games to see how you can get better. What is this guy doing that I'm not doing that got him recruited and I'm not getting recruited? That needs to be happening. NFHS is available for everybody. It's like $75 for the year. You can pay for the year for like $75. Or it's like $11 a month. Do you know how valuable that is to you that you can go watch all these other teams play? Not just watching who's in your area or who you might cross with in the regional to see what they do to figure. No, I'm talking about individual. You need to be spending a lot of your time in the weight room and watching film. Those two things will make you marketably better at basketball and make you marketably more recruitable from a college. If you can understand those two things, college recruiters will come see you.
Pulling up on you.
They'll come see you. They say Pinson beat Gardendale by 2. That's it? Ew. That was tonight? If it was at Pinson, we couldn't watch it anyway. You know ball banging. But is that score, what that score say, 65-33?
Yeah.
You can turn the game off. We watched enough.
30 ball.
It was 30 ball. We can watch enough of that. We ain't gonna get you. Oh, last week. Okay, yeah. We saw that game. I went back. I saw the film of that game. I don't think I watched it live, but I saw the film of it. So yeah. I think who's leading in that area? I know it's Pinson, Gardendale. I think Gardendale's still in that area, and Clay Chalkville. I don't know if that's a 3-team or 4-team area. I got it. Oh, I'm sorry. Tough question. Who are the top 5 coaches in the state? Oof. Regardless of classification? Sheesh. Top 5. Top 5 coaches in the state. Oh. That's a tough one.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. To try to name that off the top of my head. I'm gonna tell you some guys I like. Don't y'all quote me on this because I might be wrong. But they only gave me 5. I can only choose 5. If I can only choose 5, it's not a lot. And we know how many schools are playing basketball in the state of Alabama. So don't get mad at me. Okay? All right, because it was a question that was posed to me. And I know a lot of times people go back and watch this and they splice stuff up and they don't give y'all context, right? A lot of times context, even when we drop our content and videos, we don't give you context. We just give you the video, right? So people ain't even gonna know this probably was that this is a question from the chat that was asked to me. So I'm gonna throw it out there. I like Barber, Coach Daryl Barber. I like Coach Rhett Harrelson down at Enterprise. Coach Christian Swears at Huntsville High. Whew.
5 is tough.
Yeah, because it's so many, dog. I got like 10 in my head right now. I'm just trying to go through them. I'm trying to go from the top of the map to the bottom of the map, not leave anybody out. Like, it's hard to leave out Coach Ware at Hoover and Coach Coach Harding at Buckhorn, right? But I'm not gonna put those two in there. I like Coach Burkett at Central Phoenix City. Does a really good job. And what's that? 4? Oh man, then you got Stu. You got Jasper. You got sheesh. Lord have mercy. My 5th, you got Ford over at Fairfield. You got Howard over there at Shades Valley. Sheesh. Oh man, you got Dawson, Grissom, man. So I said Harrelson. I said, "Ooh, you got Bynum at Dothan." I'm gonna put Coach Bynum from Dothan. I'm gonna put him as my 5th. Yeah, y'all see, I like young coaches, right? So I put Barber, I put Harrelson, Barber at Pinson, Harrelson at Enterprise, Swears at Huntsville High, Bynum at Dothan, and who was my 5th? Burkett at Central Phoenix City. That would be my 5 right now. And like I say, notable mentions are Coach Stewart Coleman, Coker over at Fort Payne, Jasper's coach slipping my name. You got Crutcher at Hazel Green. Like, it's a bunch of good coaches out there, dog. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. It's a bunch of good coaches out there. But if you just had to pull my hair and ask me off the top of my head, like Coach Ward at Huffman, yeah. Like I say, I mentioned Stuart Coleman and Huffman Coach Ward. Hell of a job he's been doing. Like, he's one of the best coaches in the state. So, but if, like I say, just off the top of my head, and 5 is tough, man. It's only 5. If you had to pull my leg, I'm gonna go Barber, I'm gonna go Harrelson, go Swears, I'm gonna go Burkett, and I'm gonna go Bynum, if you ask me. Yeah, I love Richardson and Clay.
Ain't no
Oh my God. Oh, Coach Trey Davis at Mountain Brook. Oh, he got to go on my 5. Oh, he got to go on my 5. Ooh, my goodness. Jesus. Like I say, 5 is hard, dog. 5 is hard. And he did, listen, he prefaced his question by saying tough question. He knew it was gonna be hard for me because it's off the top. But yeah, Davis at Mountain Brook, bro. He probably got to creep into that 5 for me. I don't know who I'm knocking out. But he probably got to creep into that 5. Like, and even like, I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, when we're just talking, I'm not talking about success of programs, I'm talking about pure coaches. You got to give props to Coach Black over at Spain Park, Coach Latch down at Orange Beach. It's some really good coaches up there. Like, it's like, and like I say, it's a lot of young coaches out there that are really doing a bang up job. Coach at Austin, right? Doing a hell of a job, right? So I don't know. That I would just say that's my 5, bro. You know, people might disagree with it, but like I say, it's only, I can only choose 5. Got another question in the chat. What are some ways for me to get recruited and noticed by coaches as a hooper? Well, that's an easy question. Hoop. like hoop. Like, really, really be productive on the basketball court. Be a productive person on and off the basketball court is number 1 way you can get recruited. When it's your time, my dad used to say all the time, when it's your time to shine, be ready. Right? When it's your time to shine, be ready. So every time you step on the court, be as good as advertised.
Never know.
You never know who's watching. Like, Andrew Voiles just got a look tonight and don't even know it. Right? But you got to do your due diligence. Andrew Voiles reached out and said, check me out. Right? And when we went to check him out, he actually gave us something to look at. That's the key. If you want to get recruited, you can say, You can call me. You can call all these other publications. You can call the coaches and the schools directly and say, hey, check me out. But when they check you out, you better be as good as advertised. Better be as good as advertised. I'm looking a little blurry. Oh, God. Don't. Coach Harvey, you heard me. I went off on that last Monday and Thursday, but I'll mention it. We got to answer a question in the chat. What's your thoughts on the RPI rankings BS? Hey, listen, how you go? You preference the RPI by putting the BS at the end, right? And I agree with you, man. Like, I'm not a person of computers, right? I think you got to watch the games. I think watching the games matter because, you know, when you start putting a bunch of variables into an equation, it gets convoluted. Like, people love to say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Well, that's a lie. So whatever man or woman made that phrase to say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I know Jay-Z said it in the song, but whoever made that phrase up, whatever man or woman said that, lied. So that
number can lie.
Because listen,
the
truth is when men lie, women lie, and whoever said numbers don't lie, lied because they're a man or a woman, and they will lie to you because numbers completely lie. I can come up with an equation or an algorithm that will you know, support whatever I need to support in what I'm talking about, right? So I can come up with an equation that can make me look as good as I want or need to look. So I can make numbers lie, right? I can completely and totally make numbers lie.
Just like when you cook the book.
When you
Not you, but just
no, yeah, I know you ain't talking.
When the
you
books,
are right.
When the books are cooked.
When the books are cooked, those numbers are lying. Because they cooking them. Like they got a water wilt wrist
with a seasoning.
They got the water wilt wrist pot with a gas stove. You know what I'm saying? Like really got that. So I don't trust numbers. So I appreciate them putting in the work to even care about high school basketball in the state of Alabama. So I commend the work being done. Then yeah, I don't rock with it. Yeah, I don't rock with it. I'm not a fan of the RPI. What time is it, Breezy? Oh, it's 8:16, man. Let's get up out of here for the night, Breeze. I think we've done a yeoman's job tonight. And there it is, man. We're going to end the show right there. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight right here on the iBall Radio live call-in show here on iBallRadio.com and iBall Radio YouTube page. Also streaming live on Instagram and Facebook. And you can still catch us on Twitch. Also, if y'all are Twitch watchers, go stream us on Twitch. We're on there the whole time, every time we stream. So appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man. Thank y'all to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Everybody tapping in, asking questions. Shout out to the callers tonight. Also, appreciate y'all logging in. Hey, Breezy, we've been hitting the thousands, baby.
Yes, sir.
We've been hitting the thousands, man.
Yes,
thousands of y'all are tuning in to watch us each and every night. And we salute y'all, man. We salute y'all. Thank y'all, man. Keep running our numbers up because we're going to be here for y'all no matter what. But the more y'all watch, the more it makes us feel better that what we're doing is what we're doing. And we still got testimonials to read, and we're going to come on the show, and we're going to read. We were supposed to read them last week, and we did. But we got those coming, man. Appreciate y'all. All of y'all to send us in testimonies and talk to us about how we helped y'all out, man. We appreciate that, man. We certainly do. But Breezy, man, let's get up out of here for the night, guy.
Hey, man, it's your boy. Oh, you messed
sorry. I got you. Up. Breezy, call at these folks.
Hey, man, say, man, it's your boy Breezy, and it ain't easy.
It ain't easy, man, and y'all already know. They call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until tomorrow night, we back tomorrow night, man. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here on iBallRadio.com. Go subscribe to the website. Go fill out your player card because we getting that thing together. Until tomorrow night, we out of here. Peace. Long live Hero.
So.